Yes, a bit about my journey prior to coming to Westminster House. I am not from BC. I'm born and raised in Calgary, Alberta. So I landed in Mission after fleeing my house. I was on house arrest for charges that were pending. I had a partner at the time that we used together. There was a lot of crime. There was a lot of uh, just a really terrible lifestyle. And we had decided to move to BC not to get clean at all. We were coming here because we just needed to get away. And he's from BC, so he was like, it's beautiful out there, let's go, it'll be easier. And so we came out to BC. He went to jail, then he went to jail. And after he went to jail, I was all by myself. Um, which is very scary because when I'm by myself, I turn to very dangerous means of uh, getting drugs. Um, and so he begged me from jail to go to detox. And I was super resentful and I didn't want to, but I went. And then while I was there, one of the counselors who I brought flowers to on my first year cake, because I'll never forget her, her name was Melissa, she convinced me to come to treatment. And she was like, you'll love Westminster House. It's an all women's facility. And I was just like, okay. Yeah, the first day that I came here, I will absolutely never forget it. So I'm in detox and they call me to the front desk and they're like, you have a phone call from Westminster House. And I picked it up and she was like, hey, we have a bed open. Um, so we'd like to bring you in. And immediately my brain was like, okay, how do I use before I get there? I was like, I'll leave this place. I'll go back to Mission. I'll find the guy that I buy off of. I'll get super, super high. And then I'll make my way back and go to Westminster House. And that was like fully the first thing I thought of. That was my plan. The only way to get back to Mission is through like the West Coast Express, which is this train that runs once or twice a day. Uh, yeah, and that was my insane plan. And I didn't say that or anything. I was like, okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna leave here and I'll make my way over there. Like I'll bus it to you. And the woman on the other end, she was like, okay, maybe I should come pick you up. And I was like, oh, I don't think that's necessary. And she's like, no, I'm gonna come pick you up. And so she came and grabbed me, and like had she not done that, I wouldn't have made it back. I would have just stayed out there. Like there's no doubt I wouldn't have come back. I had virtually nothing going for me by the time I got to Westminster House. Like there was no house, car, family, friends, money, nothing. Like I had absolutely nothing. Now, so going through Westminster House, um, we have like a very strong value in like education and getting people to a place where they can be employable. And so they started putting me through education, and it started with getting my GED, which I had to do. So I graduated high school when I was like 24 or 25. And then I did the VCC program very slowly, um, got some education. Then I started getting credentials. Then I went to college. I got an associate's in psychology. And now I am engaged and I have a beautiful life, and it's just so full.